Alright guys, I'm back with another video. So I was live stream earlier this morning, had some residual thoughts. I thought I would finish it over here at the pre-recorded video. First of all, I always appreciate people who interact with my live stream and always show supports throughout. But anyway, so the thoughts that I have is about this guy. Of course, Ryan Cohen is right here in front of our face. I'll show you why I think that this guy deserves much more than the media has placed him to be. Of course, the usual suspect here. I'm not showing you anything that is new, but I like to react into this, and then I'll end it right here in this page. So bear with me, I might get a little bit heated because this guy is so aggravating sometimes, and I am speeding him up a little bit here so he does talk a little bit faster in here. Now this is was done on June 10th 2023. Remember that time frame because I'm gonna come back here to show you. So it's a little bit, I don't know, my thought is that the data that is presented on that video was not remotely accurate. And if it is, it's very misleading because of the number that is being used and not used. Okay, so let's go to that video and then let's listen in.
Ryan Cohen, promoted to executive chairman, the Chewy founder, co-founder, joined the company's board 2 years ago, and his cryptic social media presence became a beacon for the Reddit-fueled meme stock craze. Now he's in charge, and Yahoo Finance executive editor Brian Sazi has thoughts. Brian.
Yeah, I'm continuing my rolling heart attack from yesterday after that analysis of Gamestop. So right on the Yahoo Finance homepage right now, I encourage everyone to read it. It is an open letter to executive chairman Ryan Cohen. I really felt, guys, this was the time to pull the trigger on something like this. We do not do this normally.
Oh, okay. So you don't do this normally, but for some reason you feel the strong pull to to say that Ryan Cohen is whatever, right? And it's like, why is it this company? Why is it this CEO kind of get under your skin so much so that you don't do this normally, but you have to do it this way? So let's listen in.
But I think it was time. We continue to not hear from Ryan Cohen. No earnings calls, executives leaving out the door. And as you can see there, he has really significant involvement in Gamestop. Of course, controls the board, 12% of the company right there. There's a timeline of his involvement. The stock has been really cratered over the past year and a half. Yet, as I'm learning here on Twitter again this morning, this guy continues to have major support among shareholders. That might be.
So why do you think he has such a large support from shareholder, and why are you so irritated at that? Like, of course, shareholders are excited about this company for a reason, right? Of course, Ryan Cohen is one of them, but that's not the only reason, right? He's the main guy, yes, because he's actually care about the company, is actually care about, and I'll show you why I think that in a minute. But for some reason, this segment here scream like what is it? A tantrum? Those 5-year-old who like just throwing a tantrum for no apparent reason here. And yeah, let's listen in a little bit more.
Losing large sums of money, and I just think it is time we hear from Ryan in some forum. Maybe it's live on Yahoo Finance, maybe it's another forum, maybe it's a Twitter Spaces with Elon Musk, whatever it is. I think investors in GameStop that have been hanging on to this really dog of a company for the past year.
Dog of a company? See, this is your problem. You're already assuming that this is a dog company. You're already assuming that there's nothing there. And that is very, I think, flawed. This is why you don't understand why people love this company. But I think you do. I think you have the intention here to have a negative outlook for a reason. Perhaps it's like somebody pay you. It's almost like that, right? Allegedly, obviously. I don't know anything, obviously. I don't know you personally. I don't know anyone who works at Yahoo Finance, so I wouldn't make that assertion. But allegedly, I feel like that's what it seems to me like, right? Because why else would you attack this company, attack these people, the CEO, and saying like, this guy is a failure of a leader, right? You've said it before, I think, with the previous segment.
And a half, hear from Ryan on what his plan is. And if he doesn't have a plan, that's fine too. Maybe just get out of the stock and go and get involved and start another company. But the bottom.
Okay, you would love that, right? You would just love him to give up on this company for no apparent reason, right? And you just assume that he invests because he doesn't know what he's doing, right? Just a meme lord over here, just trying to troll all of the people on Earth or something, right? Like, maybe he see a value in that. Maybe he sees that the company could do better, right? Maybe he see the niche that he would love to you know, maybe create a brand around. How about that? You know.
On is this, and I get into this in the morning brief. I think a lot of these supporters deserve respect. I think Ryan is disrespecting all of these shareholders, and they deserve better than what Ryan Cohen is giving them.
Why do you?
So yes, I agree that we always deserve respect, okay, from whoever. But I think Ryan Cohen has done amazingly already. Now let's look at this number right here, and I think Yahoo Finance audience also deserve respect from you, Brian, because you are misleading people, in my opinion, right? What is the reason for you to use this time period when it's 2023 already? So you're using from 2021 to 2022 net loss. Sure, the reason why they do that is because the net loss was much more than the actual loss at the point of that analysis, at the point of that video, right? So do you not respect your audience of 1 point something million subscriber here? No respect whatsoever. But you think that Ryan Cohen is disrespecting the investor, perhaps in your opinion, or your co-host's opinion here, that nobody really, you know, based on the stock price, right? Nobody really support this company at all. So if that's the case, it's probably a couple thousand of us, right? But you have 1 million subscriber. So who's disrespecting who, right? But here's the thing. Again, net loss of last year when your segment is 2023 in June at that, like mid-year. Okay, if I see it's in July, okay, I could see why you use, you know, the previous year's numbers loss. But there's a reason why you use this number, because it's much more of a loss than the actual loss of the year. So I hope you catch that, you know. The reason why I use this one is because, you know, the reporting, it's probably was reported around June or so, right? And I think this is the second quarter, right? And even if it was reported at this price point right here, the net loss would only be, and again, this is a trailing 12, by the way. The net loss is half of what the net loss is being shown here, right? And to create this fake outrage saying that, you know, Ryan Cohen doesn't do enough and this and that, it's BS, right? Again, to me, it's just all fake, right? Manufactured, you know, tantrum here. But then I'll show you another time too, because again, this is 6 months ago. So it's an old information, but I wanted to kind of tie back later. So bear with me.
How, besides the hate mail that you get,
yes,
which is purely anecdotal, what draws you to the conclusion that he still has investor support? I would suggest, looking at the stock yesterday, he doesn't have that
and
support.
You brought that up, and that was a great point. And I'm just anecdotally, you go into the Reddit chat rooms, I see the vitriol, I guess, coming.
The vitriol, okay, well, you're attacking the chairman of the company that they like. And, you know, what is the vitriol that you have? Like, in my opinion, you are the David here. We're just, well, sorry, in my opinion, you are the giant and we're the David here, right? And of course, like, you have the platform to like put any of, you know, Reddit community to shame, right? Because you have more of a reach. Perhaps this is just bot subscriber. Like, I don't know. I mean, come to think of it, look, this video only have 2,000 views, but you have 1.9 million subscribers. So yeah, it's probably bought anyway. So what else is new about this network, right?
Towards me on Twitter, which I'm cool with it. That's thick skin for me. Bring it on. I'm very encouraged to hear, or just very excited to hear why you continue to support someone that clearly doesn't have your best interest at heart. But
okay, so we'll show you why we think that this CEO is so important to us, and you know, as an investor, shareholder, I don't feel disrespected at all. In fact, I feel so, you know, convicted even more because of the number that that is on that page that I show you on the balance sheets. Obviously, he doesn't have to communicate every single month to shareholder to convince us anything. All he has to do is just do the work and show us the number. That's it.
I dig down to the financials of GameStop. I'm a former analyst for about 12 years. When I dig into the analysts, the finances of this company, the annual reports, the 10Qs, the 8K reports, and it's a company that has structural issues. Sales are falling.
Okay, sales are falling. What else?
Big losses the past 2 years, almost $700 million in net losses in 2022 and 2021.
Okay, $700 million in 2 years. Okay, what else?
$50.5 million loss in the most recent quarter. No long-term profit.
Okay, no long-term profitability, whatever, right? But you know, you also said that, oh, you can't cut down stores and all that stuff and expect to have, you know, good returns or whatever, right? Okay. All of that is proven wrong already, right? So you said that you've been an analyst for 12 years of your life. Is that the only metric that you use to measure, you know, the success of the company, right? So what metric do you use just now? Sales is falling. Loss with the last 2 years? Okay, that's the past. And then the last quarter was $50 million. Okay. So that's like there's no trend. There's no there's no prospect of becoming profitability, right? Currently, they're losing $8 million. What are you doing? Like, where is the open letter of apology to Ryan Cohen saying that he was a failure, right? Because if you look at this right here, with the 12 years of your experience as analysis or as an analyst here, right? Stock analyst, I implore you to use a better data that is at least current, right? I hope so. I hope that you use a lot more current data to back your claim. But the reason why you use an old 2-year-old data is because it supports your own biases, okay? And the fact that you have 12 years of experience, it's just shameful at that. Because you have 12 years of knowing the trend, okay? And it's not just the balance sheet. Of course, it's about Ryan Cohen. It's about leadership as well, okay? There's a reason why you're attacking personally too. Because you think, that, well, you know, for certainty that Ryan Cohen is more valuable than those losses that is presented to that you presented to the audience. That is misleading at that. So again, you know, the fact that you're using a 2-year-old data to make assessment on the future of this company is a joke. And again, 2 years from what? From where he was just here 2 years ago. Okay, he used those money to do what? So those $700 million loss that you're racking up, which is showing people that they're losing within 2 years of $700 million. What have they gotten from that $700 million? You know, they built an infrastructure, they pay off their debt, no mention that at all. And at the point of that video, they only lose $200 million at the time. Net income in the trailing 12, okay? And then when you see the next quarter being reported here, over here, $100 million. So from 200 to losing $100 million. So what is that? That's not an improvement. Where is your most recent analyst or analysis on that, and then how about more recently? It's a piss poor performance here. That's what I'm saying to you as a 12 years analyst. And guess what? Ryan Cohen just got into this business, this company for 3 years, and you can't even measure up to the number speaks for itself. I don't even need to show you his credential or anything like that, right? 12 years of analysis versus 3 years of this. You see that's net income? The trend? Impeccable. But anyway, so I'll go back to here.
Prospects. This is a business really perhaps headed down the drain over the next decade, very much like a Blockbuster, like a Circuit City, like a Linens and Things, even like a Bed Bath & Beyond, which Cohen was involved in. And newsflash, he did nothing there as well. No improvement there. A Bed Bath & Beyond right now is going through a bankruptcy process. They're not going to exist in a couple months. So I think Ryan Cohen is failing here. The numbers would suggest that. The turnstile that has been the executive suite, that would suggest he's failing as well. He failed at Bed Bath & Beyond to drive any real change, and then he tried to drive change at Nordstrom, and he failed there because the Nordstrom management team is probably some of the best operators in the game.
Wow.
The stock price might not reflect that.
Amazing analysis, by the way. It's like, oh, Bed Bath & Beyond, look at this. Nordstrom or whatever. It's like, it's BS, right? It's like, yes, he might be invested in those companies, but he's not. It's like he doesn't use GameStop money to do that. Like, what the
But they're a lot better than Ryan Cohen.
So you're saying that they're a better operator, right? At Nordstrom, right? That's why he was unable to drive any meaningful change or whatever, right? The whole Bed Bath & Beyond thing, obviously, it was buying the company, using his own money, investing in the company, hopefully to change. And we all know the storyline. And if you don't know the storyline, please go do your own research on that, because the media is not going to tell you the truth story here. Go look at the board of director open letter from Ryan Cohen to Bed Bath & Beyond. I even make a video about that. So, and these people know about that very well, but they want to twist it, because they use their knowledge to mislead people, in my opinion. Okay, this is just my opinion based on what I am seeing so far. Better operator. What constitute a better operator? Operating income, right? So what have you seen so far until this day? Okay, so from year to year, if you look at October, from year to year, okay, $500 million. 500, well, close to 500, it's 480 something. Still, let's say it's $500 million swing of operating income saved by this executive. So where is the apology letter saying that he's a better operator now? No? There's nothing like that? Of course not.
So then what are the options here? I mean, we think of where the meme stock craze started in COVID, a lot of these Redditors getting together, trying to save some of these companies that they love. But what does the path forward then look like here for GameStop?
Management, careful management, Rochelle, whether that is a orchestrated wind-down process or some form of rolling liquidation over the next 15 years, it is very easy to see, at least in my humble view, where this is all going. You have increasing digital downloads of games.
Which they have addressed already, and you haven't changed your tune quite a bit, right? It's just silent, and I'll show you how you're being silent. And very tricky too. We'll see.
Ryan Cohen has still not given people, the average consumer out there that may go to Target on the weekend to buy groceries, any form of reason to go into a GameStop. This is a company that still operates over 4,000 stores and has millions of dollars of operating lease obligations on the balance sheet.
Which they have been cutting down stores, and you said cutting down stores is not the solution? It's like, what?
And I think in order for a GameStop to truly evolve, maybe they just need to start selling fruits and vegetables, guys.
Oh, fruits and vegetable. Wow, that's a great 12 years worth of experience of analysis in this stock. Well, thank you for your knowledge on that front. We'll take it to heart, and I'm sure Ryan Cohen is taking notes as well, so don't worry about him. So as far as clothing store, obviously clothes Sing store, cutting down on costs and all that stuff. We all know that this company is doing well here. If you look at the quarter, obviously we know that the operation expenses right here has been cut for a long time because they're again better operator. The term that he's using to attack Ryan Cohen that somehow Ryan Cohen is the worst operator out there in the whole world. But yeah, he's been improving ever so slightly, and that's fine. That's fine. But guess what? There's no recent coverage from Brian Zuzi to say, "Oh, congratulations!" It's only a mockery. I think he did one 3 months ago. Okay, 1 second. Let me try to find that one real quick. Be right back. All right, so I found this one. Of course, this is the one that I wanted to show you. And this is 3 months after that previous video. And, he's saying, oh, we should be selling fruits and vegetables, right, to be profitable. It's, of course, like a very, condescending comment, It's okay. He has the right to say what he feels. And then let's look at this one too. Okay.
Here's here and talk a little GameStop on the day. Taking a look at shares of GME. Shares are higher by about 2.4%. The company announced this morning that they are naming Ryan Cohen as Chief Executive Officer. This comes 3 months after GameStop fired their last CEO. The billionaire bought a stake of GameStop in 2020 and joined the board a year later during the height of the meme stock phenomenon. What we should also note is that he will not be taking a salary in this role.
Oh, well, that's mighty nice of him.
Yes,
wow,
that doesn't matter to you, I know.
No, it's ridiculous.
Oh, it's ridiculous that he's working for free?
Another executive that by and large, people have strong feelings about Ryan Cohen, that he's failed at GameStop. And I think all signs...
Really? All sign? And you are a 12 years analyst? All signs lead to demise of this company? And you've been looking in and out of this? It's like, is it all that you see is what you want to see? And to see this company's failing, right? When there's evidence that this company is doing well, balance sheet wise, at the very least, at this moment in time, where is your apology letter? Where is your assessment on that? Newer assessment. I know this is 3 months ago. Where is assessment right now on this recent earning report? We'll see where.
Pointed to him, Brad, taking this CEO role. He has really a board of his own hand-picked puppets, people that he used, he's hand-selected to join that board, that he worked with at Chewy, people that he feels comfortable with. They are unlikely to tell Ryan Cohen no. But by and large, zoom out of this situation, and you have Ryan Cohen, who has fundamentally failed at changing a company like GameStop. And why? Because there is no change in GameStop, Brad. This is a fundamentally challenged market. You have digital downloads, you name it. And I know there's a lot of really hardcore believers remaining out there on Reddit in the GameStop story and Ryan Cohen, but he has absolutely failed at fixing this company. All he's done is successfully laid off a lot of former Amazon workers.
The top trending.
Well, here's the thing too. Okay, failure at that. Look at this. Now, maybe this is algorithm issue and not Yahoo Finance issue, but there's only 913 views here. Now, again, that could be like algorithmic problem there, but if you look at the right here, this number versus the view that you get, it's like, is that the performance of a lifetime? Is that a better operator here? I feel like Yahoo Finance could do better in terms of view with the subscriber of 1 million subscriber here. So I don't know. I feel like you will fundamentally fail being the 12 years analyst and still stuck in the old day of analyzing a company, but also too, you are biased in your own rights here. Okay.
Ticker on Yahoo Finance this morning, GME, and of course, as it naturally is, especially on a move like this, this is going to be effective immediately, we should note. And then additionally here, you had a question what the actual trajectory from a strategic perspective is from GameStop at this point in time. I mean, inventory is largely shifting to being delivered over the cloud. You've got a deal that's going to be done perhaps, and is expected to be done, if you were to look at shares of Activision Blizzard at this point, expected to be done between Microsoft and Activision Blizzard. That's going to just further consolidate the gaming landscape as well. So where does GameStop sit within that, where you've got so many people just going to the cloud to make purchases? It just makes them a t-shirt company or a t-shirt retailer at the end of the day, and maybe you can get a couple Funko dolls.
Well, though, maybe Calvin McDonald over at Lululemon could take all those unsold mirror devices and just stick them into GameStop, Brad.
No, okay, thank you for that suggestion, but we have a better one, a better strategy. So how about the new development that we know since December 6th? Where is your video, Brian? Of the new and improved strategy? I'm sure you probably scoff at that too. It's like you saying that moving forward, at the time, 3 months ago, you say that, somehow there's no survivability of this company whatsoever, right? Well, now we are a holding company. Where are your assessment now? What else? Perhaps you're trying to find something else negative about that. But let's see how you report on your network anyway. Maybe not you personally, because I haven't seen that one. If you have, please send it my way. But guess what I saw? This is the most recent update that I saw. Well, I showed this to you on my live stream, but let's listen in.
I want to add here a correction from yesterday's earnings segment. Yesterday I said GameStop reported an 18-cent loss for the quarter. It turns out that was a loss for the company through 3 quarters of the year. GameStop.
See, let me rewind that.
I want to add here a correction from yesterday's earnings segment. Yesterday I said GameStop reported an 18-cent loss for the quarter. It turns out that was a loss for the company through 3 quarters of the year. GameStop actually reported a 1-cent loss for the quarter. We apologize for the error. I just want to say quickly on GameStop too, we also noted yesterday about how the board approved the ability for the firm, for the company to invest in other stocks with their cash on hand. Sort of like you buy GameStop, it's almost like you have a tracking stock of other stocks in addition to their overall core business. I thought that was pretty interesting. I don't know if you guys have any other thoughts on.
Yeah, I mean, it will.
Before I get to that thought, I'm sure you've probably watched this one already too. Okay, where is Brian Susie, the executive editor of this? It's like piss poor performance, if to say the least, right? Like what? Ay. So, what is this? What is this mistake, Brian? Wait, who have the executive decision to misreport GameStop earnings by like a miserable amount of money here? It's like if you are an accountant and you account this much discrepancy, you would be fired by now, right? As an accountant, because it's just like, how can you miss billions and billions of dollars in your balance sheets? What's going on here? How are you accounting only 9 months worth of loss? Perhaps the reason why this guy doesn't know what to report is because, he should have known it was a 9-month report of whatever, 18 cents loss, right? Instead of 1 cent. From 18 to 1 cent, right? And people that report this type of thing, I bet you anything they don't even look at the company's balance sheet themselves, and they just report it. Whatever's in front of them, it's like, ooh, I'm supposed to be reporting the 9-month loss and not a 12-month loss, because a 12 months paint a better picture for GameStop. Let's use the worst one, right? And it's evidence in every single number that you use, even up until this one, that you have your eyes on. I mean, you could argue, okay, well, I wasn't there, over here recently, right? I wasn't there to see this mistake. I'm sorry, I was on vacation. You could say that, but the one that you use right here with your eyes, with your 12 years of experience, you use this number. Why? See what I mean? Ridiculous. So I see through all of that, and I hope that I could, show and expose these type of manipulative tactic that these people are using, right? And again, I try to tame my support for this company, for this CEO, I don't want to overhype anything either, right? Because again, you have to ground it in reality. Here's the reason why we trust this company and Ryan Cohen is because he cares. He cares about making the company better, right? He cares about shareholders because he's a shareholder himself, right? Using his own money, not rewarding shares, okay? By sitting on the board of director, by being the executive, getting a free shares without any risk whatsoever to run the company. And on top of that, like the segment that you were mocking him for not taking a salary, saying it, oh, it's a mighty nice of him to do. Look at your face. Anyway, so, man, it's 30 minutes already, so I was just gonna end the video right here, and I hope I kind of exposed a little bit of hypocrisy in the news media here, especially in this person, who claims to be an expert on stock analysis and all that stuff, but use information that is so misleading, in my opinion, right? Okay, I'm signing out. Bye.